Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Board Game Geek Show for August 1st, 2019. Recorded live at Gen Con. Woo! Woo.
Yes.
I am your host, Scott Alden. Yep.
He's falling apart. And he's been joined by his lovely co-hosts.
Eric W.R. Martin, Steph Hodge,
Rodney Smith.
Rodney Smith, and Lincoln Damerst.
We'll get to that.
We're all very lovely today.
And we're looking
Take
different.
it over, Rodney.
Well, we're looking different today, aren't we?
Yeah, this is the new thing. We got all our spangly clothes.
The branding has been
rhinestones.
done.
Yep.
But everything's been rebranded.
Yep.
They went really far. They even rebranded me. I used to be Rodney Smith, but now I'm Rodney Smith. You probably won't be able to see, but my last name.
It's
Yeah,
an HD
it's
camera.
there.
I'll be able to see it.
There you go. Yeah, sort of. Yep.
So,
Rodney Smith.
All right.
I think I'm back to normal.
yes. That'll be corrected.
Yeah.
Yes. The rebranding took almost a year to do. We
Wow.
started this at BGG Con last year, so November last year.
Okay.
I'll tell the story. The creators of Indication, aka Orange Nebula,
Right.
they have
Blue
another
Blazes.
company called Blue Blazes, which is a rebranding company, approached me, said, we'd love to help you rebrand it because
You sure need it?
need it.
That's
Yeah. Oh, really? That's a great way to start. But it was really cool. It was actually, they gave us a pitch sheet on the spot, and I immediately loved it. I said, yeah, let's go forward. Let's explore some stuff. Colors, logo, font, design.
A lot of simplifications, right?
Yeah.
But
It was across the board.
yeah.
A whole, when you get a rebrand, you get a lot of suggestions or orders, really. Like, follow this, follow this, follow this. So we're following it all. We have not strayed away from that at all. So everything you see here is new.
Can we get some water on the set,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah, you want to
Water,
grab me water
please?
real quick? Might help.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
So it's a lot of
Talking
talking.
all
There's
day.
a lot of talking.
But there was even more. I mean, that jumped a huge time gap there.
I did jump a
from
huge time.
that introduction, because I know a lot of it. You talked about how they were also interviewing you about the philosophy of the site, and they're
Right.
sort of building a picture
Yeah,
of.
we
of
talked a
Board Game
lot
Geek.
about Board Game Geek and sort of what the goals are.
Yes.
And I kind of boiled it down to a single sentence. Basically, the community for online for board gamers to gather together and share their passion without judgment and without harassment. And it's an inclusive environment. That's more than a sentence, but that was the what it kind of came
That was
down
all
to.
clauses. It's all,
Yeah, so they took that,
That's right.
thought about it for a while, came back with this new logo, a new color scheme, new font, all this stuff. It sort of came almost not overnight, but like in a month. But it was all at once, right? I was like, yeah, let's do it. So since that time, maybe the beginning of the year, we've been in production for all of the stuff that was related to that. So website stuff, physical presentations, jerseys,
The booth.
background, booth,
I mean, you're only
products.
seeing a part of it here, but like
Yeah.
everything has
Yeah.
been refaced, really.
Then people do have asked multiple times to swing the camera around and
Yes.
take
Yeah.
a tour of everything.
We should do a
and all that.
little video tour of everything to show everybody. So that kind of has happened, and it sort of snuck up on us. So here we are, unveiling it to the world.
Yep.
It will the website stuff will go live next week. So it's not a redesign.
Not yet.
That's coming soon. Still,
Yes.
it's a rebrand, and the logo and the menus will change and unify. And in doing so, we feel that the site is a little cleaner to use. So it's not, you don't get like the 2-3 menu systems that we have all across the
Right.
board. And hopefully you like it. We like it. We've heard a lot of good positivity.
And the reality is, not everyone's going to like it. That's anytime you make a change, some people will, some people won't. But hopefully, on balance, most people will be, happy with the changes and see it as a
But
positive
it
thing.
sort of sets a tone for the site as we go into the future. We're not done. We're not sitting on the site. We're constantly working on it. We wanted to evolve it into a product and a usability and a fun place to talk about games.
Yeah,
Right?
Yep.
All right.
agreed.
Agreed. Moving on. Or any other questions for me? We're good.
Maybe, possibly.
Any questions in the chat?
That's right. A lot of things come up. What is this?
I don't know, Eric. What do you think it is?
I don't know.
I would love to hear
Mine
what people
was
think it is.
hashtag Rorschach logo. you were going to see it different ways based on whatever you bring to it, and it's an homage to Ernie, previous mascot.
That was the mascot
Yeah.
previously.
But it is also every gamer.
Yeah, every gamer.
It also serves people nicknamed as well Game Flame,
We've been referring to
Which
it as
is-
the Game Flame.
which is really like it's a
Geek
nice
Flame.
thing with the passion for
Yeah,
for the
passion for
games.
games,
Yeah, I'm excited to see stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
I think
that?
we're gonna, yeah,
Which ties in with the hotness.
right.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, there's all these sort of links and chains that you can pull together as you look at something and see it used. And of course, it's been used right now in public for one day.
One day.
Yeah.
So that's just the beginning of exposures. We've been using it in a lot of the graphics, which again you can't see,
Right.
where it's turned,
Yeah, the logo
flipped,
creates a design
resized.
space and a feeling, and
Yes.
that sort of makes all the other stuff come from that.
Yes, and look coherent.
Yeah.
And
If you see it all together, it's a little better than that. I mean, I love those, but
Yeah,
But
you
this
see it
is
all
more.
as
There's
a
other
whole
colors,
package.
there's, like light blue and
Right.
Yeah, there's a couple
yellow.
other colors. So our primary color is
Orange
Plum.
and purple. Yeah, okay, plum.
tangerine,
Okay.
right? The plum and tangerine.
Yeah.
And then we have ocean.
Oh,
And mustard.
And mustard.
Okay.
Those are the
Yeah.
4 colors.
Then what's
So-
the next? The tertiary colors, right? Or are those the
We
primary?
have a
Those are the
burgundy, we have a
primary,
burgundy,
the
a lime,
secondary.
and what was
Right.
the other one?
Burgundy,
Burgundy,
lime.
lime. Can't remember.
that's right.
But those are like
secondary
Tertiary.
color.
secondary
I
colors.
thought
These are
they-
the primary
yeah.
colors of the 4. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're excited. We've been ignited.
That's what it represents.
That's really yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
Ignited by the game flame.
yeah. Any other questions?
Okay,
on
I
the
give you
show?
the other speculation.
Sure.
Nathan McNair said it was the ash residue of Ernie after a nuclear blast.
Oh.
Okay.
I like that.
Very
It's
specific.
blown away.
It was, yes, he is just, ooh.
Yeah. So
There you go.
Ernie, it
It's a
won't
phoenix.
it won't make a comeback. It's not. This is not temporary. This is permanent.
Right.
Maybe in 10 years we'll do a throwback thing or something.
That's right.
But we do have Pin Bazaar pins, so if you want an
I
Ernie,
know.
I got
well,
one right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
it's on
The last.
thing
Yep.
that we've done with
By
the
Ernie.
Ernie head.
You know, I think about it like with Watch It Played. I had an original logo when I first started, and then I had another logo, and now I have another. Like it takes when you first, especially when you first start, you don't know exactly what you're doing. You have
Right.
limited resources. You're sort of
Absolutely.
latching onto something to have something.
I'll tell the
Yeah.
story of the creation of that original logo if it's interesting.
That's right.
Um,
First of all, it's not me.
It's
Yeah.
not Eric. It's not me. People
Yeah.
told me, oh, I thought you'd be taller, skinnier, and more blonde. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
But I worked in a video game website prior to BoardGameGeek, and we had this little 2-second drawing that someone made. I don't even know who made it. I handed that drawing to one of my coworkers when I worked at 3D Realms. He was a concept artist, very talented comic book artist, could
Right.
make anything. Next day, he hands me the Ernie logo with the chessboard. Well, he
Right.
didn't really know games, so he didn't know.
Yeah.
I gave him a copy of Catan, and
Which he wanted, right?
well, he didn't even really know what it was.
Okay.
But I left 3D Realms, and he did too. But years later, he goes, "Oh my God, that copy of Catan you gave me is like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Changed my life." So, yeah, there's the story.
There you go.
And now he's done. Ernie's done.
And now Ernie's done.
That's right.
We're usher
well,
in
the,
new
the
era.
name Ernie too was not really. It
The
wasn't
the only way
actually
Ernie
christened.
came, it was the file name of the original GIF, was Big Ern. I don't even know who wrote.
And that
I don't
became
even know
Ernie?
who
It
made that.
became Ernie.
The big
Became
Ernie.
Ernie.
Big Ernie.
So if you wanted some kind of deep, meaningful purpose behind the original Ernie,
not
well,
there.
There you go.
That's
Whoever
right.
named that
You don't
file.
get
But
it.
again, everyone attaches their own ideas to
Yeah.
anything, right?
Well,
Like,
I guess you should point out too, the site's turning 20
yeah.
in
January.
January 2020. So Ernie's grown up and moved out of the house.
Yeah.
It is time to redecorate that room,
Get his ass out.
get rid of all his stuff. He is out. He's got his own life now. That's right.
Good job, Ernie.
It took him a little
He
bit,
did well.
little bit of time to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
19 is, yeah, it's okay.
Time to go to
Seems
college.
reasonable. Yeah.
He wasn't paying rent. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving
Let's
on.
talk about Gen Con.
Stuff about
Yeah.
the show.
So there's a lot of exciting stuff. Do you guys want to go around the table to talk about it? You want to start, Link? Have you seen anything exciting?
Well,
Yes,
I got
day
to see
one.
the Funkoverse stuff, which looks fantastic. I mean, you know, as soon as we saw that they were getting bought, Forrest Pruzan was getting bought, we're like, oh my gosh, that's going to be the best. They'll have every IP that they need.
So,
And
Golden Girls.
so behind the scenes, I was talking with Chris Rollins about that. it initially started because Forest Prison Creative had approached Funko about working with them to make a game. And it was, or Funko had approached them.
Right.
But it was, initially there was no talk of a buyout.
Right.
There was nothing like that. They were just making a game system for Funko.
Neat.
And trying to do everything. And as they started working more together, they're like, we kind of deal with the exact same universes, a lot of IP, a lot of relation, the market's the same, all this, and so it sort of came together there.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like it's a lot of fun. It's got some familiar type elements of that thing, and I can't wait to play it. It's in the Hot Games room, so we'll probably play it tonight. And then I'm excited about the Final Hour. Is that right?
Yes, Arkham Horror Final Hour.
Fantasy Flight.
Yep.
That looks really great.
A friend of mine just played it.
I'm thinking.
Joe Lady from Drive Thru Games. He played it this afternoon. He loved it.
Okay.
He was really surprised. He played about 45 minutes. It was very easy to teach. 12-page rule book or something
Nice.
like
Do
that.
you know
And he
what
felt
kind of game it is?
It's a cooperative survival, goal-driven game.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, the idea is, it's set in
in
the
1
Arkham
hour.
universe.
In 1 hour.
Yeah, it's set in the
Oh,
Arkham
nice.
universe.
Final hour.
There's a bunch of cultists who are trying to pull off their latest dumb ritual, and we got to get in there and stop them. They're always on with
damn
rituals. I don't know why they don't do something a
cultists.
little
Gotta
more.
get rid of the hoods too.
Yeah, get
the
rid
cloaks,
of the hoods.
the cloaks.
And put on a
Yeah.
little better PR, cultists. But no, they keep doing the same old stuff. So you have to keep stopping them. But he said it had some clever elements to it. It wasn't just like another, here we go, another Arkham game. There was the design space was different and unique. So I'm looking forward to trying it.
I just love that it's a brand new game, completely out of the, nobody,
Yeah, no one
no
knows
whispers, and
Yeah,
boom, here it
Fantasy
is, and
Flight
it's available.
very good about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they
will
usually have a
spring
couple like
stuff
that.
on you at the
Yeah.
last possible
Surprise!
second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are a black box.
Yep.
Yeah.
very
Keyforge
good
last
that
year, right?
learned.
Same thing.
Yeah, Keyforge.
Right over
I think for me, the game, we played this at Origins, and I know you guys have played it before, but that medium game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was neat.
Gosh, medium.
It's just, it's quick to teach, it's easy to play. For me, it feels, there's some things about it that are similar to the Mind, just in terms of when things go really well, you have those great celebrations. When they go bad, you still kind of have a celebration because it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
when you goof up or whatever. I don't know. I think we maybe have talked about it on the BGG show before, so I won't go into detail. But it's something worth looking up. I think it's a game that a lot of people are going to buy here because it's a great convention game. It's also a great game, I think, to take home and play with non-gamers, and quick, easy kind of party game.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Fun to watch, fun to play.
Yeah, it is fun to watch.
Fun to
too.
watch something
Yeah,
like
it is.
trying to-
It's hard not to
You're like-
participate when you're
Well,
watching.
there's,
I know,
I don't know
I
if you
can't
played the
help
full
it.
game, but there are cards that let you jump in.
Somebody else's, yeah.
If you, if you think you got the
think you know.
perfect answer.
Yeah.
Did not know that. It does seem too like a car game. You could definitely.
Yeah, you could definitely do it in the car, anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
they've
yeah.
taken an improv game and put it in a box. But it works. It's great. I think it's a great little. And it's $20 here, I think.
Yeah, I
so
think
it's
so. It's
very
very
affordable.
inexpensive, and it's a lot of cards. It looks like, have some fun with it too,
Yeah.
because it's the interaction of two cards. So it's not going to be the same, and two different people are going to have different.
Every time you play,
Yeah.
Me.
Anything else? Yeah.
I have two things.
I know what you're gonna say.
You do?
Yeah. You're gonna say King's Dilemma.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was one of them.
I knew
I got
it.
two things.
Two things.
He was
I have.
so
Oh
excited.
my gosh, I was so excited.
He was
It's
so
totally
excited.
what I
It was
want.
awesome.
Okay. But let me first, non-game related. Found
Yes.
out Trey Parker from South Park is a gamer.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
But we kind of knew it because
Yeah.
the game's been sneaking into the shows and stuff. But he came over to the booth with some of his coworkers, the studio,
Yep.
from the
that's
studio,
cool.
and they're all into it. And they're like, "You want to see my want list?"
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see your want
Yeah, we
list.
went through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Exciting.
Yeah, really nice guy.
Second thing is the King's Dilemma,
Oh my gosh.
which is I finally saw unboxed. So if you're in the Legacy and you want to open a lot of envelopes, there are
Yeah.
like 75
Goodness,
envelopes
ridiculous number of envelopes. Half
and
the
lots of
game's
stickers and I'm gonna cough again. And I'm excited to play it.
I knew it, because he literally, when I was
sat-
doing the live stream with them, and he planted a seat and was like, I need to know more.
Well, there's been nothing about it.
I've
I did a
never.
video from
It's-
Spiel on Messe.
Did you guys see a video?
Yes,
Yeah,
we did.
How did I not see that?
I don't know.
Horrible.
You're probably
Sorry
It's a
about
busy.
big site.
You're busy with
It's a
stuff.
big site, lots of videos.
But
Yeah.
it's got what I want.
Yeah, it definitely has what
It-
you want.
From that, and there's a scenario that they're giving away or demo. I think
They're
giving it away,
demoing it so it doesn't.
and it does not spoil the game.
Yeah.
It is a
Which
standalone
awesome.
little
Yeah,
scenario, which I think we have in the
scenario.
Hot Games room, and I'm gonna go play it
I
tonight.
know.
Nice.
Not Mystery House, is that what it's called?
Oh my God, there's so many things. I
Yeah,
could
there's
go
so
on
many-
about many
yeah,
more.
so
I also
many.
That's right.
can I give it a third?
Yes.
Sure. We'll let it.
Marvel living
yeah,
card game,
yeah.
Marvel Heroes,
Marvel Champions.
Champions.
Yeah.
Card game.
Wow.
Yes.
That took me by surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
FFG having a connection to the Marvel license now, it's a pretty big deal.
And the game it looks really deep, and it's living, so it'll be coming out for
Yeah.
decks and decks of cards. And oh, and the one cool thing is the base set has a lot in it, like tons of stuff. So you don't. It's not like a half set like the other ones were.
Yeah.
A lot of them,
Yeah.
you could play with what came in the box, but if you wanted to have a fully
you want a
legal
4-player.
or whatever, like you could have up to 3 copies of a card in your deck, but they only provide you with 1 in the base set. So if you really wanted those 3 other 2 copies, you had to go buy 2 more base sets. You know, if
Yeah.
you were.
No,
That,
so
this
it's-
set's
now
not that. It's all complete.
in one.
Yeah.
And that
Neat.
comes out in October.
Right.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
Stuff.
Nice. I haven't really played that much this time. I haven't had much time, but I did get to play before Gen Con, Aeon's End New Age, which I'm just all about right now. You probably already heard about it, but like it allows you to incorporate all of your Aeon's End components into a campaign style game now. So you can like work your way up and
Right.
like do harder levels as you go, and you're gonna want to sit there and play through all 4 games, like because why not?
Yeah, why not?
It gets harder and harder, and you get your characters, and oh, it's so good! I love it so much.
You've been crazy for this game.
I've been
I
seriously
know.
crazy
I'm actually
for this
kind of
game.
surprised.
I love it.
I am too. I am
Because
surprised.
she's not a theme gamer. You're not much of a theme gamer. But there's so much, and there's.
But
a lot
you're
of
enjoying the
theme
mechanics of the game,
mechanics.
obviously, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, really
I
good.
like theme games. I'm just
Yeah.
not like crazy about
Right.
them like
Right.
you all. Or,
You don't have to be sold on the theme. You can enjoy it.
I
just
don't
that.
have to be
Yeah.
sold on the
Yeah,
theme.
right.
I mean, I like a pretty game, and Aeon's End is gorgeous,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously. So I just like that I could bring the legacy, like have that feeling again. You're opening up envelopes,
Yeah.
and get to go through a campaign, and it's fun.
Cool.
You're making me want to play it.
I know.
Have you played Aeon's?
I
and
played the
all?
very, 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 very first edition, which I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
had
you-
as good graphic design and art, and it just I wasn't quite.
It's different.
Yeah, I'm very interested in trying.
So I'm very, yeah. I mean, I played the legacy game, and then I went to the base game. I'm like,
It
It
goes back.
it
a
didn't
little bit.
quite get that experience that I wanted
Right.
to. It didn't have that story, so maybe I do like the story more than I thought.
There
So
you go.
you never know.
Yeah.
If you like legacy games or it's cooperative, so it's hard. It's hard. It's not like easy.
The mechanics in that game are really
Yeah.
nice, too.
It's really cool. It's really and it's
don't ever
great
shuffle
that you
either.
can like combine
that's
everything.
Not
interesting, right?
shuffling for a
I know. It's
deck
awesome.
builder is fun.
It's
Because it takes away the.
Right.
randomness
Part.
there. Yeah.
Huh.
totally awesome. I love it.
W. Eric Martin.
I know. I
You
was trying.
played all
I
that
was
stuff
trying to
in
think the whole
advance, right?
time. I'm just like, yeah, I did a lot of advance preview
you
Yeah,
did
you
a
did.
ton of
videos.
previews.
You did a ton
Check
of
out our
previews.
channel,
It-
Board Game Geek TV, Board Game Geek on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's it.
There's like
that was.
10 previews from last month. This month?
Yeah.
It's all a blur.
More than 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all a blur.
but it's sort of worth. I had much more organization in terms of what I was going to play, trying to get player counts, trying to get experience. Went through everything, and then it was about July 20th or so, and I'm just like, I can play no more. Like I have, looking at what I
Take
some
have
more.
to show, like I'm done
Yeah.
with all this.
Did you get to try Mega City? That's like on my I want to go play that in the Hot Games Room.
We recorded a
games?
demo in Nuremberg.
So
That
you
was
got
it.
a demo.
Yeah, and that's it. That's what I got.
Yeah, I saw it
Um,
here today. I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Yeah, I've been talking with publishers about Spiel 19 releases, so
Already?
I can.
Yeah.
You moved
I
on.
need my
Just done.
schedule.
Yeah.
I need my schedule
There's
for
on to the
up
next
here.
convention.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in October.
Planning things ahead and talked with Sit Down and GDM, and there were a couple other people. We played a Haba release from Michael Kiesling. That's going to be simultaneous release in Germany and the U.S. because they're
Oh, good.
switching up how they're doing things.
That's
It's a
good.
tile laying game that's just really nicely done. It's a professional Michael Kiesling release. Yeah, all the things you
That
want.
sounds
on
exciting.
there. Yeah, and I'll write that up whenever I get a few moments.
And we've just addressed about 0.03% of the games that are here.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. There's
Yeah.
so
And of
much
course,
stuff.
there
The
was
list goes
news
on
too.
and
Did you see
on
this
and
actually?
on.
This came out like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, there's. I was gonna do some. What is
some
it?
news?
Movie
Genius
news?
Genius Games has bought Artana.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, which kind of they seem like they have similar markets in terms of what they're trying to do.
Science,
Yeah.
History and
Just the
History.
educational background
right.
and the drawing on real life for what they're presenting to people. So one bought the other there. What else was there?
This one's kind of exciting because it's another video game that's not even out yet.
Oh yes.
The Cyberpunk 2077 from CMON.
Come on. And Eric
With Eric
Lang and
Lang.
Andrea Chiarvezio.
Game's not even out yet.
You know what? It's not going to be out for a long time. In the Come On booth, available Q4 2077. You got to wait.
A little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I guess to be realistic there with
Funny
the
little
theme.
sense of humor.
Yeah.
I wonder if it
I
has
believe
Keanu in
it.
it.
I don't
Keanu
know.
is
I like
in the
this video.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, in the video.
Yeah,
Cyberpunk.
that'd be
The
weird.
Sherlock game had Keanu Reeves.
It did. Yeah.
So,
Showing up everywhere.
Show
that's
everywhere.
right. Yeah, they announced that today.
Yeah.
Yesterday they announced the Zombicide second edition.
Right.
There's
Right, that's
one
a big
more CMON announcement
Forthcoming.
coming tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
All right. What else should we talk about? Any other news
I think I got
tidbits? Any questions from the audience?
Yeah,
If you're watching on BGG, just click through and come on Twitch.
The company's name is pronounced CMON.
Come on.
It's not CMON.
It was always when they went to
It's CMON.
Come On, but they rolled with the
They've changed it a
CMON
couple
They roll with,
pronunciation.
yes,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like they got-
Right, and that's how
They
you lose your
clarified.
trademark.
Yeah.
They clarified it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still Board Game Geek, by the way.
Oh my God. Yeah. Talking
As
about
we
the
should
thing.
be.
Were you at the
Oh,
in-flight
God,
report?
What's that?
Were you at the in-flight report?
I wasn't. We were still setting
I know
up
you
here,
were last year
but I
with-
did-
with-
yeah, normally,
with
normally
Keyforge.
I would go to that. We were setting up here, but I did watch the YouTube stream because they actually streamed it anyway.
Yeah.
And I just watched
And
it
it
two
was
times
kind of
speed and
amazing
skipped through all
looking
the
there.
extra
I'm just
stuff.
like Star Wars this, Star Wars Armada, Star Wars X-Wing.
Oh, I like it,
Legion,
Star X-Wing. I
Wars
just don't need to see the 500th ship. I was
That's
really
right.
trying to see what's the new exciting announcement. You
There's
know?
a bunker.
Do Keyforge stuff do anything different?
Keyforge announced that they're
Worlds
going to have
collide. Yeah.
Two new houses are going to be released with Keyforge, and what's interesting about it is two of the other houses are not going to be in the set when the two new houses come in.
Sanctum and Mars are
Sanctum
out.
and Mars are gone, but they're not gone forever. So when they do like another set in the future, Mars may come back and something else will go. Like they'll sort of swap
Just
in
the
and out
rotations.
a
Oh
couple
my
of
goodness.
houses or whatever.
It's hard
Yeah.
to keep track.
Well, the
Did
nice
they
thing
say
about
how
that
many
game is
decks
it
they
doesn't
registered?
It doesn't
really
matter. Right. I just bring a deck.
Like
you
what
get
would
a
be
deck.
different is you won't see maybe certain kinds of mechanics as much because certain houses do certain things. But in terms of hey, I'm just buying a new deck. Here's what it does. You know, like so.
Yep.
Yep. So the two new factions there, and I think they announced that there's going to be a Keyforge role-playing game in their Genesis
For
system.
Genesis,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a little module for Keyforge.
Q2 2020.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Fantasy Flight
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will.
Well, I mean,
all
they
talk
do
about-
provide a lot of big
Of
announcements
course,
at the
because
show,
they hide
right?
them all.
So
So
it does
everybody
kind
else
of-
has already like
Yeah.
spilled their beans
I mean-
and,
everyone else spilled their beans.
and
Also,
basically
I mean, they're filling a ballroom
Yeah.
with people who are
waiting for
waiting to
Yeah.
see what they're coming with.
Yeah, it's a fun
Everything.
event.
Yes. Oh yeah, because they're showing like, and now here's a ship from Star Wars Resistance,
Yeah.
which I guess is one of the animated
Right.
series.
I think
I'm
so,
not
yeah.
Sure.
Lincoln
People
And
go
it was
bananas.
just like people like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their audience.
Yeah.
People super
Which is really
excited
cool.
to
It's a bunch of
see
people
that
passionate
and
about
play
that
with
thing,
it.
right? So
Oh, that's cool.
Any games on Kickstarter news?
What's Kickstarter?
a lot of games
Website.
like Kickstarter news, but
Yeah.
But
Yes.
not this week.
Yeah.
Who can pay attention?
Probably
Well,
not
I don't
this
know.
week.
If you saw
I'm sure
something.
there's something.
yeah,
There's a
booths that are set up here.
ton.
Yeah.
There's a ton of that if you go around and look at people, especially in
Yeah.
like the
So
2000
you see their
tiles.
books. Or,
They're
Yeah, coming on Kickstarter
on
soon.
They're
Kickstarter, yeah.
KS logo.
I think a
or
couple in
whatever.
the aisle down here too. They're just like their Kickstarter booths announcing here's what's coming in the
Yes.
future. And, yeah.
Unkama is showing one Arkeis by the group of people I can't remember, Antoine Bauza and Ludovic
Yeah, I
Malblanc
can't
and Theo
remember the name.
Rivera, and they have a nickname that they
Dream Team?
use.
Dream Team.
No, it's a
In-house.
Japanese themed name,
Okay.
and it's sort of dungeon crawly
Yes.
with different elements to it. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on, different worlds.
I'm
Yeah.
always watching them because I love uncommon games.
Yeah.
I do.
So that's coming to Kickstarter. That was one I talked about. Yeah. It's hard just because there's so much.
Really, we haven't even really had a chance to walk around. We've been
It's true. Yeah.
swamped with the booth setup and first day jitters, and maybe tomorrow will be.
Yeah.
Even if you hop out, it's really hard to get very far. You know, like
it's crazy.
There's just a lot
Super
of people
busy
and,
this
yeah,
year.
Yeah.
What is it?
Every year.
Lucky Duck is working with Mythic Games. That was one I saw.
Yeah.
Where Lucky Duck is licensed the Joan of Arc universe that Mythic has for their game, and the game that's coming out, I can't remember the exact name because it's a little generic-y, like Time of Legend Destinies.
Sure.
But
But it's kind of using the Chronicle of Crime system, sort of.
It's
or
sort of
something?
using the Chronicle of Crime system, and the idea is the Joan of Arc game has all these big battles that are
Right.
playing out, and in this game, you're kind of the common people around where this battle is taking place. And so
Okay.
you might be affected by actions from the larger forces that are not you, but you, of course, you got your own things you want to do,
Sure.
right?
Yeah,
I got an
sheep keep
agenda
herding
just
and-
because I'm not a hero,
Right.
right? I've got goals for things.
Well, I got a sheep herd to get the hay, the bales to make,
Yeah.
and things to do. Come
And
on.
so you are involved in this competitive game.
This
Right.
is in the Joan of Arc system.
Yeah.
It's in the-
Well,
well,
it's
that
in the
means I
Joan
can-
of Arc
Can I
universe.
use,
And
can I
the
use all
Chronicles
those
of Crime
minis that I got?
But
Get that giant dragon.
it is a standalone game.
Yeah.
You need nothing from Joan of Arc.
Oh.
They will use some figures from Joan of Arc in this game, so it'll come complete.
Right.
But also there will seemingly be elements from that then you can retroactively bring back in the Joan of Arc for some, things,
Yeah, I'm interested to see, for sure.
big bad, that type of stuff. There's something looming in the cover,
I have to say, one thing I just want to say quickly about Gen Con, we're talking, as people who've been to Gen Con a bunch of times, but talked to a number of people at the show who are like, this is my first time here, or I'm a new gamer, I just got into the hobby a year ago, or whatever, and they really wanted to come to Gen Con. There's the hobby is just continuing to grow and grow and grow. It's not just a bunch of people who've been here a bunch of times
absolutely.
and seen all this sort of stuff.
Definitely a
before.
lot of new people I've talked to this year,
experiencing
their
new stuff
first
all the
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is really
And
exciting.
a little more international too. There was
Yeah.
more. We met some people from Belgium and
Yep.
Italy and France,
More Japan.
Yeah,
and,
Japan.
Yep.
yeah.
Canada,
Yeah.
Canada,
Yeah.
that weird.
it's a foreign country.
It is.
Fern.
All right. Any last questions in the
Any
chat?
small games or small publishers making waves?
There's a little game called Control by Keymaster, I think it is.
Yeah,
Keymaster
you were
Games.
talking about that.
I haven't played it yet, but I saw it on the preview list. I thought the artwork was very interesting. A card game, and when they handed me the box, it was like
Yeah, it's a regular.
that big. And I'm a big fan of these smaller boxes. As I'm trying to
So is Eric.
make better use of my shelf space,
Yeah,
right?
I would really think the dynamics of flipping that would be much harder.
Yeah,
Like,
it would
I
be
don't
hard.
know.
How
That
do
would
you
be
do it?
tricky. This flip would
Finger
be easy,
flip.
but the flip around that way, tricky.
Yeah.
Tricky, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
But it's hard mostly because there's so many small things that even when we're demoing and we see stuff, it's still just like you're just talking about a few minutes and we haven't played, and
Yeah.
then it's just
It enters in your brain and
Yeah.
you use your brain, and then you're like, well, maybe I'll
yes.
play that.
I really like the sound of the 3 laws of robotics.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
me too.
Floodgate
Yeah,
had.
me too.
It
Yeah.
sounds
If you've read
fascinating.
books.
Yeah. Detective Club. If you
Oh gosh,
I know.
Detective Club.
Yeah.
I wanted to pre-order that actually, and it went out of
Sold out.
sold out or
yeah.
something.
Just like
so
that.
many.
They've
Oh
got
my
a
gosh,
ton of
what else
copies
we-
over there.
Oh, I'll get one.
We're still in the thick of so many games. There's still stuff comes across the table and I go, that is intriguing. That's interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
there's nothing about the hobby that I feel jaded about. Like in terms of, oh, they've run out of new things to do. I hear that every now and then, but I go, no. Well, of course there'll still be
There's
repetition, but
Have
there's
you-
lots of new things too.
Along that line, people asking any new tweaks or mechanisms or things that sort of stood out.
Well, have you seen the moon base from Itten?
Itten?
I've seen
Yeah.
pictures of Moonbase.
I know,
need
and
to-
I
need to
got that
go
one
get
today that I
Moonbase.
want to play because it looks like awesome. It looks like an abstract, maybe. I don't
Yes,
know.
It seemed like an abstract game.
You're placing rings and rings and
really?
like.
In the
like,
craters of the moon, and of
In the
course there's
craters-
lots of
Oh, yes, yes, I did see
overlapping
this, yeah.
craters.
it looks really cool.
Yeah, for where you're placing things.
Or even Smartphone Inc., which I know has sort of been out, I think.
Just
In
That was on,
limited
that's on
as-
Kickstarter, isn't it? Or
It's on
going to?
But like, you,
Kickstarter.
you have your action thing is it's 2 tiles with a bunch of symbols on it, and then the way you pick your actions is by how you overlap them
Yep.
on the board. Like
What
that's-
shows
Which
through
one?
as your
What
actions.
Smartphone Inc.
Is that Hobby World?
Okay.
Or Sierra West.
It was Hobby World, and then Arcane Wonders is.
Sierra West is about
doing these.
taking cards and putting them behind cardboard cutouts that will then reveal certain symbols through it, which will tell you what your workers can do along the path. So you're creating your sort of work path through this toothed cardboard grid, and the cards you put behind reveal what you can do. I mean, like,
Oh, that's sort of not similar, but along
Yeah.
the lines of Mystery House from Cranio Creations,
Yeah, I
which
haven't
we
played that one.
recorded an
Okay.
overview
wow.
of.
Yeah, we wanted.
Sup-
I want to check that out.
Surprisingly, it was on sale here. They had initially said it was for demo only, so
Okay.
I had not booked them.
right?
But it'd be good if we
should
found
go
a
grab
space
them.
for him. But the idea is you have this grid like a house.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
With
and you
cards
look in.
standing vertically up in it, and you're looking in the doorways and the windows to see things. Then as you
Find
pull
clues,
stuff out,
yeah.
well, then you can
You see
see
stuff
further.
deeper in the
More,
house,
right.
and you've got stuff on the cards you pull
It has
out.
2 adventures in the box too.
Yeah. So you're exploring the house.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
innovation
As you're
is still
trying to-
happening.
trying
to get
It's
through
still
there.
happening. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's right.
That sounds
Go
really cool.
deeper.
Yeah.
The well is not dry yet.
No, I
by
don't
any
think
means.
so.
And I've heard about things too that I can't talk about that are like,
Yeah.
okay,
I missed the precedent of that sentence. Is Edge of Darkness any good?
I was about to
I don't
say,
know. It is.
at long last, the Edge of Darkness has arrived. So if you are, I think it's the Kickstarters were shipped.
They
We
are.
got one
You
the
got
day
one,
before
yeah.
we left here,
Yeah.
and they're selling it here. It's about
Big
this
box.
big.
We've got one.
Gloomhaven size.
That's only like the third largest game in the Hot Games
Oh, yeah,
Show.
Oh, no,
with
the
all the
big one is
Peterson
that
games.
Peterson, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Glorantha.
And then Cloudspire.
Oh,
From Chip
haven't
Theory.
seen that box
Yeah.
yet.
It's really,
Is
really
that in the
big.
Hot Games Room
It's
too?
Yeah, we got that in the Hot Games Show.
ginormous.
Okay, well, these were all like from a year ago, so
Ah,
we finally get set.
Cloudspire was
Oh, you mean that they
They
were?
were kickstarted a while
Right.
ago,
Oh,
and then
okay.
finally they're out.
Right.
Haven't played Edge of Darkness yet.
Nope, just got it.
Just got it.
The name of the house card game, Mystery House,
Mystery House.
by Cranio Creations, and debuting here.
Yep.
Cool.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
See, even
yeah,
we can still be surprised too.
yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's still people didn't know that.
I think they
stuff
were
was
like
gonna be-
planning on having it, and then their shipment got delayed, and maybe they canceled. So I feel like we had them on the schedule, but, and now they have some.
Things
So they
happen.
got Gen Con, just everything.
There
can
were a
happen.
couple things. Asmodee just avoided a Shadows Amsterdam situation this
Oh,
year.
yeah, good.
Where last
Good,
year
which
the
game?
the
I remember.
palette just disappeared.
Disappeared
Gone.
off the planet.
Yes, Obscurio looked like
I wasn't
initially.
even
Initially, Obscurio could not be found.
Wow.
Oops.
Yes, all these people were around.
And then they
there was
found it.
Lots of
Okay.
calls, lots of things to figure it
Yeah,
out.
Obscurio is another game that had not much pre-buzz, but it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a great
It's another
game.
Mysterium.
I mean, is that
Yeah.
Origins
Twists.
or
Oh yeah, that was the other one I forgot
It's
to mention. was
Mysterium with a twist.
Greenville.
Oh, the Greenville 1989,
Yeah,
which we
that
played.
was really fun too. Played that the other night.
Yep, Keith brought a copy from France. Bought a copy from
Yeah,
France.
yeah.
Not brought.
He didn't go visit. But yeah, that's fun. It's basically you're telling a story of what's on your card. It's all this great art, and then you reveal 5 cards, and then one person will judge what they think. They'll put tokens face down for where they connect that art to, and then if it matches, then it becomes part of your story, and then you tell the next tale from that one. And your goal is to get 4 of those cards, and it's cooperative, so everybody needs to get 4 of those cards. And there's some little mechanisms to speed some of that stuff up. And in my case, I actually hit every round. I got somebody was
Yeah,
able to
people
identify it, and then
predicted
I
your
had to keep
start
going,
off.
even though I'd already had 4 cards. So I would just be cycling through. But if I got on the track, we could lose the game if I didn't make it. But it's fun. We actually finished it the next turn. I think Keith had that special deal that
we-
let him.
Yeah. And I'm
Finish
not
with
really a
less than 4
storytelling
cards.
person,
Yeah, no, yours was fun though.
but when I'm inspired by the amazing artwork,
Yeah.
I can tell a story. Like if I have to just come up with something,
Right.
but the artworart is so great. And
Gives
so,
you prompts.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
neat.
you're like, Killer
they're-
Pumpkin, man.
A lot of
I made the
You
tale
wanted
of the
to tell
Killer
that story.
Pumpkin. I want to tell that story.
they kept having the things would appear in the art of the other cards, so that there
Yeah,
would be
there's
some
some things
direct
that
ones
link
that would
through.
absolutely.
So if you're
that
really
would
not
make a
good with
connection, then you
storytelling,
could
you
also,
can make a
if it doesn't
connection.
show up, you could just
Make
make a
artwork
connection by, make that connection by what you think might do it, and then everybody has to judge if that's where they think
Yeah,
they
you have
were.
to, as a group, you have to predict what the guide picked.
And
Yeah.
that one Greenville's not
And there's-
available now, or
Yeah, I
It
don't
is
think it's
available
not
in
easily
France, but
available.
It's in France. Yeah.
But it made an impression on us.
Okay.
Enough that we might try to do it on game night. It's really cool.
Someone asked, are roll and rights dying off?
I hope not.
I don't
Doesn't
think
seem like
so.
it. So that reminded me. That was another one I saw. David Tuxi. I
Yes.
think that's how you pronounce his
Yeah.
last name.
Yeah.
Working on a game from PSC Games with Nick Shaw, and it's called Roman Roll.
Right.
And what's funny is it looks like a roll and write game, but it's way more involved than a roll and write game. So it sort of has this levels of ganz schön clever in it,
Right.
where you start simple as a dice drafting game, where then you're going to be getting resources and marking off things and rebuilding Rome, and you have to go harass the people outside Rome that don't want to pay their taxes to cough up. And
Bigger box
do
too,
this.
right? Like this
It's
is
a little bigger.
Yeah.
You got all these special powers. Everyone has unique board, so it's sort of roll and write because you're claiming territories on the ground and marking off things that's giving you other bonuses. But as I build a building next to Lincoln, then Lincoln gets a bonus because I built next to him, and he gets to do
Okay.
something. And so it's got all these chaining actions as you play through the game, and it escalates like ganz schön clever, where the first turn is like I mark one thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And it
And
just
then
gets
it's
better
just
and
like-
better.
So it's
yeah.
Towering.
Sounds
Is
up.
this the year of the rolling right? How many rolling right? We should take
Bunch.
There
I
were.
mean,
Sure.
there's
I
Dino
really-
World and
Dino
Cat,
World,
Cat Cafe.
King Domino Duel.
King
I really
Domino
thought
Duel.
Cartographers was
Cartographer,
great.
Silver and Gold.
That's a
much,
recent
I love
one.
it.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll go.
cool.
We'll go survey the
There's a
Hot Games
bunch.
Room
Yep.
because
right.
that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
that's right.
As we wrap up
Games.
this week's episode of the Board Game Geek Show. Thank you everybody for watching. We wish you were here.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
He just said the Hot
Thank
Games
you
Room.
also for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Really helps us out.
And if you haven't, consider it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give the video a like,
All the
subscribe.
bell.
That's right.
Yeah, but this goes to YouTube.
Ah,
We're on Twitch too. You could hit follow.
that's right.
That helps
Do
us
it.
out too.
Whatever you feel like,
Push a
really.
button.
I'm not your father.
If it's a heart or a thumb,
Click
yeah,
it.
or subscribe.
Click it.
Yeah.
Click it.
Good advice on the internet. Just click
Bye,
it.
everybody.
I am your host, Scott Alden. Thank you to my lovely co-host, Lincoln Damerst, Rodney Smith,
Whatever now.
Smith,
That's right.
Snith forever. Snith.
Steph Hodge,
Yeah.
Derek Martin, Derek Porter, and Chaz.
Chaz
Chaz hanging out too,
Mike.
hanging in the house.
That's right.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.